JJ Redick
Drive
is
the bus.
the Lakers' new head coach, and he doesn't care that you don't think he's qualified. That's the quote from his press conference. He said a lot of people are criticizing that, and he said, "I don't give a you know I don't want to get the
flam flam.
No, we got children in the comments.
we have kids, and look, I'll be honest.
Get to it.
I'm drinking this Kool-Aid.
Okay, let's go.
I love this hire.
Really?
Let's go.
I love this hire so much. Granted, I love LeBron and JJ's podcast.
Okay.
I think they have really good chemistry.
Okay.
I think JJ knows it really well. I think LeBron
knows basketball really well?
I think he knows basketball really, really well.
X's and O's.
I think he and LeBron have a good relationship. I don't know if that all look,
Someone zoom in on Dave's face.
look,
You're in on it. I got it.
I'm in on it.
Okay.
I'm buying into the hype. People have called him a young
Pat Riley.
Are the Lakers making the playoffs?
No.
I think the
Not
Lakers.
this first year.
Please let the white man
Yeah.
answer.
I think the Lakers. If the Lakers get into the playoffs, it's because they won the play-in.
Oh, so you're talking about eight?
I don't think they're one of the
You're
best.
like my son.
I don't
You're
think they're one of the
you're like
best
my
6
son.
teams.
Jace, did you do this? Well,
They're not
Hey,
one of the best 6 teams in
Respect
the
to
West.
Jace though. That's smart. As a kid, to be like,
As a kid.
let me give you some things to think about.
As a 33-year-old married
As I think
man.
about. That's brilliant.
Did you brush your teeth? Well,
talk
I
about
have
teeth.
teeth.
Let's talk about teeth.
Have I brushed them at all?
Yeah.
Yes.
Today?
At a point, yes, I have brushed
so
them.
the answer is yes, they make the playoffs.
That's what you're saying.
I think they make the playoffs.
Yes, I got it.
That's how you're high. Because if they don't make the playoffs, this is a failure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
you went backwards. They were in the Western.
They made it.
They were in the playoffs and they were in Western Conference Finals. Maybe a year ago.
Yeah.
And then going backwards here.
Hey man,
So-
JJ Redick not gonna make LeBron James no younger. He's not gonna make
That's
AD
fair.
more aggressive, and he's not gonna change that terrible roster.
It's a bad roster.
It's a terrible. No, it's not a bad. It's a
It's a
terrible
retirement
roster.
roster. That's what
Also,
it is.
LeBron ain't got, but maybe one. I think this is last year. I personally,
Speak on it.
I think he gonna see what happened with Bronny.
Okay.
He gonna see, but
I see what you're
after
saying.
that, it's like,
Big
I'd
picture.
rather just be with Bryce and hang out with like in my wife. Like I
He is-
don't need this. I don't need this no
He
more.
is a current free agent now, and he has a contract to sign. So depending on how he feels, big picture, he may sign 1 year.
Yeah.
I
2-year
think
option.
I think it'd be really funny if he convinced JJ to coach the Lakers and then he signed somewhere else.
That would be it. That would be one of the craziest sports stories in general.
And if I'm JJ, you did the right thing. Sign a dollar and get your
So
money.
Yeah.
do you think this was a ploy by the Lakers to get LeBron to stay? Were they
Oh no, I think they already
thinking
knew.
he was tipping someplace else, and
There's-
they were like, if we get JJ, he'll
Oh,
have a
no,
better
I
shot.
don't-
No,
at
I don't think
staying?
anybody else was gonna get LeBron.
Yeah, I think
at this
LeBron was
point,
staying here.
He's like, at my house here, my kid, I ain't going nowhere.
Businesses.
Okay.
I don't think
At-
LeBron was ever going anywhere else personally.
At worst, I'll go to the Clippers or like go to.
I'm
go to
staying
state.
over here.
Yeah,
I'm staying over here.
You don't
Right.
get me California.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be over here
Yeah,
somewhere. Yeah.
I think as well. I think a couple things real quick. I think one, it makes the Lakers championship. This is the Lakers. This is the second most before 8 days
Celtics.
ago.
Yep.
Right, it was tied.
Yeah.
This is a legacy team, right? Top 5 sports organizations, if I'm correct, in the world, right? In a sense, at least in America for sure.
Yes.
Yep.
So we only talking champ banners. So for you to bring in a former player who has never coached middle school, high school, college,
They coach fourth
AAU,
graders.
Yeah,
thank
he's
you.
coached his son.
8-year-olds,
son.
thank you.
Yeah. He put that on the resume.
The championship banner desires is fully on hold. Now, what he potentially can become, that's a different story. But for right now, with a 40-year-old to be LeBron, et cetera, with the bad roster that it is in the West, with every other team getting better, younger, prime cats going into their prime, it's like, bro, if you get the play-in, that would be optimistic. But the reality is like, I don't know how serious I could take you. The flip side, as far as JJ, I'm like, bro, get your opportunities. Big dog, get your opportunities. You understand? Because if somebody coming to go do Red River, Red Rock, whatever it is, go do MSG, like, who is this dude?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to pull up.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull up. So
Just the Lakers are
on
very
the Lakers side, I'm
unserious-
like,
they're a very unserious organization.
yeah.
Also, I
I
think
have very good intel that they be having people
Ooh,
who
intel.
have no business making decisions.
Oh, the intel we know a little bit about?
I think so. No business making decisions involved in making decisions.
Now, also, I will say with this, I think
I'm
part of
talking about
what,
red intel on the show.
what. No, I'm not going to talk about that. What played into this, I do think, was also Joe Mazzulla winning, with a very limited resume.
Nah, bro, different
what I-
roster.
No,
Hold on.
he was in the bench.
He was
Yeah.
on, but
He
what
was
I'm-
on the bench.
Yeah.
But what
he
I'm
coached.
Yeah, he coached, bro.
In
What
college
I'm-
too, right? Didn't he coach college?
He
No,
coached.
he
He
could-
coached very small college ball.
Okay.
He was second.
And
Even like Bill Simmons called him second row Joe.
Yeah.
Because that's where. Now look, he has more experience. I'm not saying. But what I'm saying is,
the limitness of it.
I think we are getting a trend which is good of kind of breaking this
Nah, it's not good.
5 to 7 coaches carousel that the NBA had.
Yeah.
For about 15 years.
This isn't the good. I hear what you're saying. This isn't good. Sam Cassell been on the sidelines
28 years.
for a year on
We
championship
just saw
teams.
Steve Nash fail in Brooklyn. No coaching experience with 2 superstars.
Yeah, we ain't seen it. Sam Cassell, I can name you like dozens of, I'll just say it, like black coaches who have been on the sidelines looking for an interview, right? Put in the time, and this dude goes from coaching fourth graders, podcasting to coaching one of the biggest organizations in the world. In the world.
Yeah,
That's why.
It's
and
a
then
wild
they got the
sentence.
nerve to say
It's a wild
this is.
sentence.
I listen. Do I think it's gonna? The work is only gonna matter if the roster's right. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying?
That's really
I don't think
crucial.
he's a magic, like some sort of magician that he's gonna pull the youth out into pour youth into LeBron or whatever. But I'm saying if I'm Sam Cassell or at the time I think Juwan Howard would coach for a while, had to go to Michigan because no one was giving him a head coaching.
He just got hired as an assistant.
An assistant
in Brooklyn.
coach at Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So an assistant, right? This man, like, there's all these other who have been there who played in the league, and so it's not like you're better than JJ Redick in the league. Both of them were better than JJ Redick in the league. Both of them spent time coaching, and then they got to say, you don't fit. Well, why does he fit?
Because he's a friend.
He's a friend of
Who
LeBron.
do you
man.
know?
Yeah, totally.
How do you feel about it?
If I'm a player, I don't respect you. First thing I say when something go wrong, I say, "Hey man, you know this ain't your podcast." That's the first thing I say in the locker room.
Get
when
him
we
outta
doing
here.
some stuff. This ain't no podcast, bro. It's real life.
I think if JJ Redick wanted to be successful, he would have said no to this job and looked for another head coaching job, whether that be collegiate or that be professional. I think this is a trap for him. I think he fits the bill. I think people know he has high basketball IQ because of the podcast. I think he looks like a movie star. And ultimately, he has a very well-known name because of his college days. He has a mediocre NBA career where he bounced around, I think, 8 teams or something like that. So on one hand, he has lots of different experiences in different systems. On the other hand, he wasn't a great player. Now, that's not to say he's not going to be a great coach. I actually think he could be a fantastic coach given the opportunity to understand what coaching is and earn those stripes. Jumping into the perceived nature of LA and being already a good-looking dude, like, it's just going to be one of these things people want you to fail from the beginning.
Oh, for sure.
And so that's what's more than likely going to happen is it's just another LeBron kind of pseudo recruitment of a friend into the organization to solve the problem, which they're not addressing the core problem.
The
core
roster's
problem
trash.
is that roster is a dumpster fire of a
They're
retirement
here like
community.
Rui Hachimura, save us. That's what they say.
We'll see. We'll see.
Can they make any moves though?
Not a
Oh,
lot.
they about to get Trae Young. You heard it here
They're
first.
Well, I said that a few months ago.
Not a lot.
No, you didn't.
That's gonna do.
See,
Not
I
a lot
just say
that can
stuff.
really do a lot to
Absolutely.
jump. Jump Denver, to jump Minnesota, to jump
Yeah.
OKC. So they don't really have the money and they've
Well,
got like a few picks and stuff like that, but not something to be like, yo, we went from the 8th best team to the 2nd best team.
Yeah, definitely not.
So,
If
we'll
they
see.
got Trey and the Hawks' first pick for like $1 billion, they could make some waves, I think.
NBA draft is tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But no one cares because there's no good players in it.
this is on paper true. I'm confident, like all drafts.
There's always somebody. There's
Sar-
always somebody.
Sorry,
But not the it's not going to be.
Yeah.
It's
There's no
obvious
Wemby.
when
There's
yeah.
no.
No.
and
But I'm
there's
just saying,
no-
when we look back in 4 years, we're like, oh, yo, this guy
Yeah,
and
this
this
feels
guy.
like a real
Yeah.
Jokic taken during a Taco Bell commercial year.
That's all I'm
Giannis
saying.
went 13, 14.
Yeah, that's
and
all I'm
nobody
saying.
had him doing.
Yeah, that's all I'm
Okay.
saying.